Yes. Good evening, sir. Today I'll be speaking on the topic teaching, concepts, definition, nature and characteristics of teaching, factors affecting teaching. So we know that teaching is a part of the teaching learning process. It is an activity which involves the teacher and the student with a view to the development of students. So its main aim is to bring about socially desirable behavioral changes in the students. And this change can be only achieved if teaching is effective and based on certain values and principles. So teaching is a relationship which is established among three focal points in education, that is the teacher, student, and the subject matter. So coming to the concept of teaching, Mark Van Doren quoted that the art of teaching is the art of assisting discovery. In modern usage, we use the words teaching and teacher are wrapped up with schooling and school. The origin of the word teach lies in the Old English taken, meaning show, present, or point out, which is of Germanic origin and related to token from an Indo-European root shared by Greek deiknonai, which means show, and degma, which means sample. Thus, teaching is the process of attending to people's needs, experiences, and feelings and intervening so that they can learn particular things and go beyond the given. Definition of teaching. Traditional definition of teaching is that teaching is the act of imparting instruction to the learners in the classroom situation. So, in the traditional classroom teaching, the teacher gives information to the students. But according to the modern definition, teaching is to cause the pupil to learn and acquire the desired knowledge, skills, and also desirable ways of living in the society. It is a process in which learner, teaching, curriculum, and other variables are organized in a systematic and psychological way to attain some predetermined goals. There are different important views regarding teaching. According to Raiban, teaching is a relationship which helps the child to develop all his powers. Characteristics of teaching. Teaching is a planned activity. This is the reason why a teacher, before going to a class, makes a lesson plan. Teaching is dominated by communication. Communication is one of the most important characteristics of teaching because uh, without proper communication, the students will not be able to acquire what the teacher is trying to teach. Teaching is professional in character. That is the reason why we are pursuing the B.Ed degree. Teaching is a creative process. Now, if a teacher goes to the class and start uh, dictating a story, the students will feel boring. But if each and every character of the story is put into the students, they would feel it interesting. Teaching is a flexible process and also teaching possesses organization and attention. Nature of teaching. In the process of teaching, the teacher provides guidance and training to the students. Interaction between the teacher and student is also important. Also, in this process, the teacher gives the knowledge to the students. That is an art of giving knowledge. Teaching is a science to educate fact and causes. Teaching can be formal as well as informal. Teaching is the communication of information to students. Next, the factors affecting teaching. The first factor is the credential or qualification of the teacher. Now, let us consider if we ask a language teacher to go and teach mathematics or any science subject, he would not be able to show his proper skills in that subject. Next is the teacher-student relationship. Sometimes it happens that the teacher is too strict in the class, due to which the students are not able to clear their doubts or ask about their doubts to the teacher. On the other hand, sometimes it happens that a teacher is too frank, and due to which the students are not obeying him. Methods of teaching used. There are various methods which can be used in teaching. Like in a geography class, we can use globe, map, or any other charts. In a mathematics class, we can use various types of geometric figures. Classroom environment. A proper classroom environment is good. If a classroom doesn't have proper lighting or the infrastructure that is required for the students will not feel interested in the class. Skills of a teacher. The next is institutional policies. Sometimes it happens that the teacher, instead of only imparting the bookish knowledge, want to teach something out of the box. But due to the institutional policies, the teacher is not able to do that. The next is the rewards, a good salary or remuneration. It can be a great intrinsic motivation for teachers to maximize the learning outcomes. Coming to the conclusion, in education, teaching is a concerted sharing of knowledge and experience. There are basically two fundamentally different ways of understanding teaching. In the first, teaching is seen as an instructor centered activity in which knowledge is transmitted from someone who has acquired that knowledge, that is the teacher, to the novice learners, which is termed teaching as knowledge transmission. The second sees teaching as a learner centered activity in which the instructor or the teacher ensures that learning is made possible for novice learners and supports him, guides, and encourages them in their active and independent creation of new knowledge, which is termed teaching as assisted knowledge creation. Thank you.